Hello, Aldrin Alternator here, coming to you with day 6 of 6 of the Global Good News Challenge for June 2023. Wow, another day is almost over. My goodness, coming up to midnight here on the Gold Coast. I don't know about you, but I just feel that the days just fly, absolutely fly. And I know that for a lot of the day, I am totally in the zone and in flow. And I think when you're having fun, time does fly. How have you been today? Have you had a good day? If you're coming to the end of the day, or if you're starting a new day, what's in store for you today? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Where are you right now too? I'd love to know, where are you and what's something you're grateful for today? What's something you're grateful for today? I am going to share with you today the 6 simple way to master yourself and build followers. I've been sharing tips every day for this 6-day Global Good News Challenge, and I'm going to wrap it all up today by the end of this challenge, this video here, and share number 6 and also share with you the previous 5 in case you missed the previous Good News Challenges. For those who don't know what the Good News Challenge is about, this is for those who feel that there's way too much negative news in the mainstream media. Is that you? Now, I know a lot of people I speak to, they say, I don't watch the news because it's so negative. Well, if you're not happy about it, then what I would suggest to you is to be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the change you wish to see in the world. As Gandhi says, if you're sick of it, then do something about it. And this is a way you can do something about it. In fact, we're into the 3rd year now of doing the Global Good News Challenge, monthly challenges. And the 3rd year, this month we celebrate, and we have prizes to give away for people who do the Global Good News Challenge. For the people who get the most likes, comments, shares on their Good News Challenges, you have the chance to win one of 3 prizes. We have an amazing Tester Power pack to give away, a $400 quality phone accessories pack with fast chargers and all sorts of goodies, with a 2-year to lifetime warranty. Amazing products by Tester Power. We also have a rapid transformation therapy session to give away with Angelique Pellegrino worth $780. And we have some plant tag IDs to give away as well, some beautiful little plant tags you put in your garden that keep your seed packets information and information about whatever you've planted, that keeps it waterproof in the garden. A brilliant invention there, thanks to Margaret Briggs. So there's some of the giveaways we've got this month for those who do the Global Good News Challenge. So how does it work? Well, it's a very, very simple live video challenge. You can just do it holding your phone up. You can do a little Facebook Live or Instagram Live if you like. And all it is you just share every day for the number of days that the challenge goes for. Every day you just share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. That's it. Very, very simple, okay? And all the details are actually pinned to the top of the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. So if you have a look at the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page there, go to the pinned post. It has all the details on how to participate. Simple live video every day. Now, the trick is, if you miss a day of the 6-day challenge for June, you go back to day 1 and start again. So the discipline is every single day to do the Good News Challenge. If it's in July, then it's a 7-day challenge, and because the 7th month, of course, and then August will be an 8-day challenge. Okay, that's how it works for the challenge. So if you're a little bit nervous getting on camera, well, the stakes are going up every month. We do have the flexibility with this challenge. You can start at any time within the month. Now, it's free to do it. Anyone can do it. Just hashtag Global Good News Challenge. And it's actually free marketing for you as well, because we actually share the challenge out to thousands of people. We have a few Facebook groups we share the challenge to, including the Loving Life Facebook group and the Conscious Community Global Facebook group, which you will find at my link tree. My link tree /Aldrin has all of my links, including those ones we just mentioned. And then those that do finish the challenge as well, we also add you to a private group called Global Good News Challenge as well. All right, so that's how the challenge works in a nutshell. And this is something I started at the start of COVID, or June 2020, because I got sick of seeing all the negative news. And I thought, this is just depressing. We've got to do something to lift the energy out there. And this was my solution to help, encourage people to share gratitude and good news, because as hard as things might seem sometimes, there's always light at the end of the tunnel if we choose to see it that way. Okay, I'm going to share something with you tonight about possums too. That's why I've specifically got a possum photo behind me here, because I've got a little possum story for you that I'd like to share today as well. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always breakthroughs at the end of every breakdown. If you just hang on for the ride of life, hang on that roller coaster ride of life, right? Eventually we'll come out the other side, and, there'll be an aha moment somewhere, and, we can resist it, in which case it will persist. And as they say, the learnings come either with it, you'll get hit with a feather initially, or you'll get hit with a brick if you don't get the lesson from the feather. And if you don't get the lesson from the brick, you'll get hit with a Mack truck, right? Until you get the lesson of whatever that is. So I do believe that the challenges that come along in life are there for us to teach us things, whatever it is we need to learn and need to expand through, stepping out of our comfort zone. And that could be for you getting on a live video. I know a lot of people have never done live videos before. And so this could be a great challenge for you to actually challenge yourself. And if you want more support with that, reach out. That's how I help my clients as well in my media business. We help people get out there and share their truth, share their message. And so here's my challenge. I'm going to get straight into it, and then I'm going to share some marketing tips with you and share my possum story. Okay. So here's mine for today. Hi, I'm Alden Alternate, also known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help speakers become famous so they can make a bigger difference in the world. And we do that through free publicity and through mass media exposure. 3 things I'm grateful for today is I am grateful for the amazing people I get to work with every day, the people in my circle, for all the mentors that I've had over the years. I just have extraordinary people. I was going through my Facebook friends today, because I'm actually at the 5,000 friends limit, and people have been wanting to connect on my main Facebook profile. And unfortunately, I haven't got space there. So I was going through looking for someone to remove so I could add someone else. And it's actually getting really hard to remove people, because most people I actually know on my Facebook feed. So and I was looking through, I thought, wow, there's just extraordinary people in my life. So grateful for the people that I'm connected with on Facebook, and in fact, across all my social media. I'm really grateful to be connected with you. The other thing I'm grateful for is to live in Australia. I live on the Gold Coast. It's absolutely stunning here. We have 37 kilometres of beaches on the Gold Coast, and I love the beach. Love the beach. So for me, I need to be near the beach. That's like soul food for me. And in fact, I haven't been swimming in the ocean for a little while, and I'm actually really, really sort of feeling like I need to get back out there. It's been a little bit cold on the Gold Coast lately, although even in winter I do swim. I will brave it. It's kind of like having an ice bath, not quite that bad, but it does get cold initially when you get in the water. However, I still feel the sea breezes from where I am at my house in Southport, which is really nice. So there's a certain feel about the Gold Coast that's just absolutely beautiful. So I'm so grateful to live here. I've lived here for 23 years now. 23 years, never planned to stay on the Gold Coast. I planned to go and live in America, and that didn't happen. However, I've visited America many times. I really enjoy going there for holidays occasionally. So grateful for that. And I'm grateful for travel. I'm off to Bali next week for 2 weeks, and I've never been to Bali. I'm there's a little bit of nervousness and excitement at the same time. I'm going to a retreat in Ubud, and I'm going to do a bit of sightseeing and catch up with some people over there. So I'm really excited about that. So if you're in Bali, reach out, because I'll be there next week from Tuesday for about 2 weeks. So reach out if we've connected and you're from the Bali area. It'd be great to see you. So let me know. All right, there's just a few things I'm grateful for today. I could keep on going, and it's quite infectious. And you think about, oh yeah, I'm grateful for this, grateful for that. Great, there's so much I'm grateful for a roof over my head, grateful for food that I've had today. I'm grateful for exercise. I'm grateful for my clothes. I'm grateful for makeup. I'm grateful. I could keep on going, but let's just leave it there for the gratitudes right now, for the moment. And my good news is that tonight I fed a possum on my balcony, and this hasn't actually happened for a few months, because there's a bit of a story behind the possums. Now, my place in Southport, it's kind of like it's got a bit of a tree house feel about it. I've got a whole lot of trees out the front. I've got views out to Southport and Surfers Paradise, etc. And these possums used to come to my place all the time. In fact, there was a mother possum that had several babies. This mother possum had several babies over probably the span of about 3-4 years. I was feeding this possum that would come, and then I went away for a little while, and this possum, the mother possum, had a baby on its back. I mean, it would eat, possums would eat natural food as well, because we've got herbs and garden, etc., and things that they can eat, native berries and all sorts of things that the possums eat as well. But every now and then I'd give them little snacks of, fruit or vegetables or things like that. And one day I came back from a trip away, and this possum, it had like a little scratch on it, on the mother possum, a little scratch here, and I didn't sort of think too much of it. And then it just seemed to just get worse, and it sort of had this like red patch around its eye, this mother possum. And I thought, gee, it just doesn't look right. And I thought I better call someone and see what this might be. So I called Wildcare, and I said, look, I've got a possum here, mother possum with the baby clinging on the back, and it's got this red thing around the eye. And I sent her a photo, and she said, oh yeah, that's dermatitis. She said, oh look, what we'll do is we'll come and collect the mother, and we'll take it to Currumbin Wildlife Hospital, and they can look after it. They'll give it some antibiotics, and then we'll bring the possum back to you. And I said, oh, they're not going to put the possum down, are they? They won't do anything. Oh, no. They'll just fix, they'll just fix the eye, and then, get the possum back. Well, what happened is that the trap, they brought the trap along. I put the trap there with some food inside the trap. And what ended up happening is the mother and the baby got caught in the trap. And so they took both of them to Currumbin Hospital. And then I got a phone call the next day saying, I'm so sorry. Actually, no, it wasn't a phone. It was a text message from this Wildcare lady. She said, I'm so sorry. She said they decided to put the mother down because they said the dermatitis had now eaten the eyelid, and so they decided to kill off the mother possum. I'll tell you what, I was freaking furious about this. I thought, if you had a child where the child had its eyelid eaten by a bit of dermatitis, would you kill that child of yours? Would you kill that child of yours if your child had a little bit of dermatitis around the eye? Would you? And I would say most people would say no, they wouldn't. But yet for animals, we just think, oh, we'll just kill it because it's got a little bit of an infection around the eye. And what I realized, and checking with other animal carer friends and people I know, that, they say 90% of the time that you take animals to a hospital or to a vet or somewhere like that, they put them down. In fact, 3 times I have taken animals for care I took once to the Robina 24/7 Animal Hospital. I took another one to the Animal Welfare League. All 3 times they put the animals down. One of them was a cat that had been hit on the road that was still breathing, it was still going, and another time was a little bird that had bird was still breathing, but it had been, actually got brought into the house by my cat, actually, that little bird. But there was 2 birds, one of them died, the other one was still breathing. So I took it down to the hospital, and they put that one down too. So it's just depressing. It was so depressing. And I thought, what about the baby? And so they said, well, they're going to care for the baby, and then and care for the baby. And God knows what happened to that baby. I never found out what happened to the baby. But tonight, the good news is that one of the offspring of this mother possum came to the balcony tonight, and I gave the possum some pear. And I thought, oh, the possum's back again. I thought, here we are, next generation of possums. And so, rest in peace for that beautiful mother possum that I looked after for a few years. And, hopefully the baby is in good care, and hopefully it's somewhere where it's, well, the baby's probably now an adult. I mean, it was a few months ago, so it's probably now, it's probably now an adult doing whatever it's doing. And one of the offsprings have come today. So that's really good news, is that now at least we have one possum back. And I tell you what, if I see any issues with the possum at all that does not look life-threatening, I am not going to be calling for help. I'm just going to let them do their natural thing out in the wild. And I think that's really the best thing you can do for animals. Just let them do their thing in the wild. I just think it was disgusting that they killed the mother when the baby was still latching on its back. I think it's absolutely shocking. And I know that, look, a lot of animal welfare places, they do the best they can, right? I'm sure they have limited resources and they're probably overwhelmed with animals that have been hit on the road or are sick or whatever it is. But, my opinion is you do whatever you can to help save that animal. If that animal is perfectly breathing and perfectly, like this mother was jumping in the tree, she was fine. It was just a little bit of stuff on her eye that probably would have healed itself. She was probably under a bit of stress. It's like it's like human beings. We have things that happen occasionally, and but they were saying, oh well, the dermatitis could spread to the baby, and it's good you brought the possum in because otherwise the baby could have got it, and blah blah blah. So, I think as human beings, as animals, I think we have incredible powers to heal ourselves. I really do, and my learning from all of that is just don't take animals for care unless they're absolutely like broken a leg or something. I mean, if they, there is a place for emergency medicine. But in this case, I was just absolutely devastated. It was like my pet possum. And I know in parts of the world, they think possums are pests. Like places like New Zealand, for example, they think possums are pests. And I was quite shocked when I went to New Zealand. I saw they had possum jackets. They had possum clothes that they'd made from possum fur. And I was quite shocked by that. I thought, how can anyone think of this beautiful little animal as a pest? They're absolutely gorgeous. But it's interesting, sometimes there's certain animals we think, oh, that animal's a beautiful animal. That animal would make a great pet. And then other animals we think are pests. It's kind of like, in the garden, there's some plants you think are flowers and some you think are weeds. But are the weeds flowers or the flowers weeds? It's all perspective, isn't it? It's all perspective. So anyway, the good news is that now there's a possum that came back today. So I was so happy to feed the possum, and the possum's very happy to receive some food because I think it was a very hungry possum. And I think, if you can give them some vegetables, things like that. Some people say don't feed possums, but, I think it's okay every so often as long as they don't rely on the food that you give them. So giving them carrots, celery, vegetables are really good for them. Apparently, if you give them fruit, it's kind of like giving them sugar. They love the fruit, but you don't want to give them too much fruit because, that's, it just kind of turns to sugar for them. So you want to give them some vegetables and things like that. I have a big lily pilly tree out the front, so they eat the little lily pillies off the tree and things like that. So as much as possible, I've done my best to plant native berries and things like that the birds will come to. And the other day I had some beautiful currawongs here that came and were eating all the little red seeds off the palm tree that I have out the front. They were having a field day, had an absolute feast, and they totally wiped out all of these red seeds from the palm tree. It was beautiful the way they were singing. And, I love connecting with nature. And I was just speaking to a friend today and I said, how often are we at our screens and how often do we get out in nature and just enjoy nature, just enjoy connecting with an animal or just looking up to the sky and seeing the moon or admiring the stars or, whatever it is. Nature is really, really beautiful. We are in such an extraordinary planet and such an extraordinary time right now. We've been given a lot of challenges for sure on a mass scale, on a worldwide scale. We've been given and we will continue to be given challenges for sure in life, and certain things we can't control, right? Like government, we can't control what the government are going to come up with next or what the agenda is going to be through the media. We don't know what's coming up next, but what's for sure is that there will be some more surprises coming our way. And so it's important to prepare yourself to become self-sustainable as much as possible, to set yourself up for financial success away from the current, monetary system. Look at different ways to do business with people, bartering, exchanging, things like that are coming back a lot more now. So Yes, very interesting times we're in. So now for the 6 simple ways to market yourself and build followers, let's share that with you. Okay, so the first one we covered was about create a strong personal brand. Okay, very important if you want to be seen through a field of noise out there in the marketplace, is create a strong personal brand. So for me, I have the Media Queen brand. I will show you my little cartoon. There it is, the little Media Queen brand, which is very representative of me, right? It's about crowning yourself. You don't need to be born into royalty to put yourself out there. Celebrate your uniqueness. I have big hair, big smile. It's about having fun because my nose isn't that big. Have some fun with what you do. It's very memorable, though. It's a memorable brand, and it says exactly what I do. Media Queen is about mastering the media. Really, that's what it says. So, what does your brand say about you? If you have an individual brand or a business brand, and what does it stand for? What are some words that you could use to describe what you stand for? So, for example, with Media Queen TV, we stand for inspiring truth and good news. Media Queen TV is about truth and good news. In fact, you'll see it right here. This is my YouTube channel, Media Queen TV, inspiring truth and good news. Now, if you haven't seen my YouTube channel, I've got about 900 videos on there, some awesome interviews, Media Queen TV, Total Truth Show, all that sort of stuff. So that's what it is, inspiring truth and good news. That's what I do. And I also co-host the Total Truth Show with Ken Kleinberg from San Diego. We've just done 31 episodes of the Total Truth Show. We do 60 to 90-minute interviews. 60 to 90-minute interviews on all sorts of topics, and it's a brilliant show. It's also up on the Spotify, it's up on the podcast channels, it's up on BitChute, Rumble, etc. So very exciting. I love doing that. So a strong personal brand. What is your brand? So you think Renault Kings, you think of Wizard of Words. There's all sorts of great brands out there, and 2 to 3 words, usually something memorable, short and snappy. Okay, the next tip: 6 simple ways to market yourself. The next one was engage on social media. Social media is about being social, so get social, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or TikTok. Engage with your target audience, okay, and regularly posting content that showcases your knowledge and personality is really important as well. People want to connect with you, do short form content, long form content, reels, stories, all that kind of stuff is really great. And ask questions of your audience and participate in relevant discussions as well. So get social on social media, and ideally focus more of your attention on where your ideal clients are going to be, where they hang out on social media. So if you're in business, LinkedIn is fantastic because 80% of people on LinkedIn are business owners or decision makers. There's a lot of opportunities on LinkedIn. So I highly recommend you check that out. If you want to connect with reporters, with celebrities, then Twitter is a great place. And of course, Facebook. You want to have a good presence on Facebook, and maybe consider starting a Facebook group if you haven't started one already. It's a great way to build engagement, build a community. The third way to market yourself and build followers is to start a blog or a vlog. So this is where you share your expertise and provide value to your target audience about all sorts of topics. It could be about your topic, which would then help increase the search engine visibility, your SEO. And sharing your posts on social media platforms to attract more followers too is a good idea. So a vlog, a video log basically is what I'm doing. And videos are incredibly powerful when you're putting out content, because they say if a photo is worth 1,000 words, then a video is worth a million words. The photo is worth 1,000, a million words. I'd say a billion even. A video is worth so much more than a photo as far as the connection, the reach, and the impact that you have. The fourth thing we talked about is guest posting and collaboration. So identifying popular blogs or websites in your niche and offer to write guest posts for them. Now, this allows you to tap into an existing audience and gain extra exposure that you wouldn't have had otherwise. And also look at how can you collaborate with other influencers or experts in your field and participate in interviews or joint ventures and cross-promote each other's content so you can help expand your reach. Now, I was just interviewed for a great podcast today with Liz and Catherine. It was a great little business podcast, which is going to be launched on the 1st of August. It was actually called the Liz and Catherine Talking Business Podcast. And now, interestingly, I interviewed Catherine the other day for Media Queen TV. And and now, she's interviewed me. So it's a beautiful collaboration. And a lot of this is happening with people who have shows. And in fact, just considering shows, I mean, you might want to start your own podcast as well, or your own online TV show. Did you know that in 2018, there was only 500,000 podcasts? Now, 5 years on, there's 5 million podcasts, 5 million podcasts. Now, a lot of them, people haven't done more than 3 episodes for a lot of them, right? Because a lot of people don't have patience. They just want to see instant results, etc. So it's important to be patient as you're going on this journey. And about 44% of them don't have more than 10 episodes. So being consistent with your marketing efforts is really, really crucial. Another thing you can do, the fifth simple way to market yourself and build followers, is to provide free resources or samples. So you can offer things like ebooks, templates, mini courses, video courses, etc. to your audience. And this shows your expertise and also provides a lot of value and encourages people to follow and share your content. So you can offer free samples or trials of your products or services to attract potential clients. And a lot of people give a free clarity call, a free discovery call initially to get to know someone before they want to do business with them. And let's face it, people will only do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And even more so now, it's about who they know, love, and trust, right? There needs to be even higher trust factor now, I believe, because we've had so many scammers that have come about in the last few years, particularly. A lot more scammers online. And the sixth way to market yourself is engage in online communities. So participate in communities and forums that are relevant to your niche is a really great idea. And you can give helpful advice, answer questions, and share your knowledge. And this positions you as an authority. It allows you to build connection with like-minded individuals who may become followers or even advocates for your brand and be like mascots. So there is the 6 simple ways to market yourself and build followers. So just running through them again for you, just the headlines. So create a strong personal brand, number 1. Number 2, engage on social media. Number 3 is start a blog or a vlog. 4 is guest posting and collaborations. 5 is provide free samples or resources. And 6 is engage in online community. So there's a few tips on marketing yourself, building your followers. And nowadays, more so, I'm finding that it's not just one thing that you do in your marketing efforts that's going to generally just bring in amazing results. I mean, it could be, you could get one media spot that could just take things exponential for you. You know, when Robert Kiyosaki was on Oprah, that's what happened to him in 2000, it was 27th of April, 2000. He appeared on Oprah 3 years after he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And at the end of the 1-hour show, Oprah turned to him and said, "Congratulations, Rich Dad, we've just sold you 1 million books." And he was making $5 US per book at the time. So that's $5 million. Thank you very much. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Very happy Robert Kiyosaki. But yeah, that was 3 years after he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And of course, now he's absolutely massive. But, you know, it can take some time sometimes. So I do encourage you, be patient with your marketing journey. Be patient. You know, you've planted the seed, and 50% of anything you do is just starting. Okay, so if there's something you've been procrastinating about, deliberating about, if you've got that perfectionist streak in there at all, then I recommend to just park that, put that aside, and just take imperfect action, right? Take imperfect action. And I'm sure you'll find once you do that and you start to take the action, you'll also feel great because you've actually now taken action on something you maybe been procrastinating about. And it could be time to really make a difference with that. So there's the Good News Challenge. This is day 6 of 6 for June. I look forward to seeing your Good News Challenge. You can start anytime in June. Now, even if you start at the end of June for your 6 days, if you go into July and if you've missed a day in those 6 days and you're now in July, then just start again for July. Okay, you start your 7 days then, because now you're in July. If you're starting all over again and you happen to be in July, then start from scratch. You're 7 days in a row for next month. Okay, so while it's on 6 days, and we have some great prizes. I recommend you lean in for our special third year Global Good News Challenge celebration. And it's been an absolute pleasure being with you today. Let us know, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are in the world. And as Margaret Mead said, a small group of thoughtful people can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. Sending you lots of love today. I'm going to give you my love hearts of love here. And here's to celebrating life and every precious moment. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, and look forward to connecting with you again soon. So stay connected. There's the link tree, which has got all the links, linktr.ee/Aldwyn. You can go there and check out all the socials and stay connected on wherever you are on socials. And check out the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page for all the details on how to participate in the free Global Good News Challenge. All right, blessings to you. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.